Hi everyone, welcome to a new episode of Crypto Tips. My name is Heidi and today we're talking about the newest upgrade. It's a pretty big one for the Bitcoin network. We're going to talk about what it means for you as a user, and when you can expect to actually put it to use, right? So let's get into the new upgrade for Bitcoin, that is Taproot. So basically what Taproot is a soft fork of the Bitcoin network. I will get into the difference between soft forks, hard forks, and contentious hard forks in this video. But first of all, Taproot is basically a proposed upgrade to the Bitcoin network. So here are some key takeaways of what Taproot is going to be bringing to the Bitcoin network. Well, we can all get excited about these new upgrades to Bitcoin whenever it finally gets coming through, when all of the majority of the nodes are signaling to upgrade or to actually have upgraded to be compatible with Taproot. We can expect basically privacy, cheaper transactions, and the introduction of Schnorr digital signatures to Bitcoin's core cryptography. Another thing that Taproot is bringing to Bitcoin is called Pay to Taproot, the acronym here being P2TR. And that's essentially bringing smart contract-like capabilities to Bitcoin. You can set certain parameters, certain conditions for a transaction to eventually be executed, which is basically what a smart contract is in a nutshell. So Taproot is actually a type of fork for the Bitcoin blockchain. There's different types of forks that can happen, and a fork is just whenever there's a deviation in the blockchain. But a soft fork is backward compatible. Basically, a soft fork means that there's an upgrade to the network, and even if not every node upgrades to Taproot, if it doesn't upgrade, it still is functioning within the Bitcoin blockchain. It's not going to deviate from the Bitcoin blockchain. That is what a hard fork is. A hard fork happens when there is a proposed upgrade and it's not backward compatible. And if you don't upgrade, you will be mining blocks, orphan blocks basically, that won't be contributing to the main blockchain of Bitcoin. You won't be earning rewards. You won't be qualifying to mine the block that includes the block rewards on it and also the transaction fees. So basically you're mining for nothing. There's also a third type of fork for blockchains, and those are called contentious hard forks. These are a bit more emotionally motivated or politically motivated. Basically, it's when the community itself cannot maintain consensus on how the network should be functioning, the kind of capabilities that the network should have, and the trade-offs that come up with that. And so the community intentionally hard forks. They split off from the current blockchain and they make their upgrades, and they deploy the upgrades. And if you want to continue mining on the original blockchain or this new idea, then you can support either one. Famous examples of this are the result of Bitcoin Cash, Bitcoin Cash SV, also Ethereum Classic. So you might be asking, when will Taproot be unleashed? Well, this happens when the majority of nodes have upgraded to be compatible with the Taproot upgrade. So you might be asking, when will Taproot be unleashed? When can you finally have a little bit more, by default, privacy on Bitcoin? When can you start messing with some smart contract capabilities on the Bitcoin network? When will these transactions be a little bit cheaper? The answer here is that will happen when the majority of nodes running the network will signal or actually will indicate that they will upgrade or actually do the upgrade that then makes them compatible with a Taproot upgrade. And this is what's called on-chain governance. This is when changes are made on-chain. It's when things are signaling for the changes to be made. This can be a long process. And Bitcoin being the largest decentralized network out there. This can take some time, and it's how Bitcoin has that reputation of being kind of slow moving, very slow moving to adopt upgrades like this. It's definitely one of the downfalls of decentralization, especially if you're impatient, especially when you're comparing it to other networks that are upgrading like crazy. But most likely it's because those networks have either centralized control over the nodes, like it's all one person or a very small group of people who control the nodes and their upgrades. And so, you know, that group has decided that's the way that the network's going to go. So it's a pretty quick and fast decision. Whereas with Bitcoin, again, it's slow moving because there's about 12,500 nodes that are, you know, publicly running Bitcoin nodes out there that are going to need to come to this consensus. That's going to take some time. So for Taproot to be, you know, fully implemented, that means the vast majority of nodes will have to be, again, upgraded to be compatible with Taproot. And at the moment, there's about 27% of the nodes that are Taproot compatible, right? Now, here's the warning, is that you should not be using Taproot functionality until the vast majority of nodes have upgraded and are compatible with Taproot, just because at this moment when there's like this, at the equilibrium of like 50% yes, 50% no, there is this risk of failed, doubled, or reverse transactions due to, you know, some moves of a malicious miner doing so. So if you want to know, again, how many percentage, how much, if you want to know, again, when the majority of nodes have, the vast majority of nodes have signaled for Taproot, go to this Twitter account that I'm referencing. There's a link for it down below in the video description. It's called Taproot Signal on Twitter, and they give like hourly updates on the happenings of Taproot. How can you, speaking of that, how can you use Taproot when it comes out? Well, basically, you're going to have to pay attention to the wallet providers that you're using for Bitcoin, because the wallets are your window into interacting with the Bitcoin blockchain. And if that wallet provider is supporting Taproot, then it will implement the ability for you to interact with Bitcoin in a way that has that Taproot upgrade. So these are the, there's like 3 wallets right now that have for sure locked in that they will be implementing Taproot, and that is Wasabi, Sparrow, and also the hardware wallet Trezor, which is cool. Also, wallets that are planning to, but haven't set like a firm date of when they're going to implement that upgrade is Ledger and Ledger Live. Also, payment processors that have committed is the BTC Pay payment processor. Much like in the past, I do expect this upgrade to be a popular decision in the future, but it might be a little bit slow moving then. But over, you know, as time moves on, as it proves to be more beneficial, more wallet providers will come around to implementing Taproot as well. That's going to wrap it up for today's video. I hope that you guys enjoyed this and found it to be informative. If you did, I appreciate it if you leave a like. And if you're new to this channel, why don't you hit the subscribe button with a bell notification turned on so you can get notified when videos like this are coming out on the daily, so you can get your daily fix of all things crypto. I'll see you guys again very soon, but in the meantime, I hope you're staying happy and healthy. I'll see you.